Hello guys, what is going on? Welcome, if not for more of you now, welcome back to Marvel Spank. Now, there has been, since the last video I made, quite a few developments on the front of this Spidey, on the Sony even, this Snidey, that's what we should call it, the Snyderverse, the Snidey fucks. Anyway, the Spider-Man Sony universe. Apparently it's going to be all female now. Fine, okay, let's make it work that way. But yeah, there's been some developments for both Venom and Black and Silver. Someone was paid to come up with that name. Probably a team of people. They had to put on an extra pot of coffee because this is gonna be an all-nighter. And then inspiration struck. They've both got colours in the name. Black, racist, and silver. Black and like seriously, that was somebody's job. Black and silver. Okay, fine. Fine. Do you know why they have to call it something shitty? Because neither of these characters have any stories worthwhile in the comics. They're accessory to Spider-Man, which should probably tell Sony something about that. Just saying. Okay, first of all, Venom. Everybody needs to just calm down about this. Continuity. For one, is it in continuity? Is it not in continuity? Is it? Isn't it? Is it? Isn't it? I don't know. It doesn't matter. You could put a really valid case forward for Blade and the Ghost Rider films both being in the MCU. Blade was a load this way, and then Ghost Rider was a little bit over here. There were so localised events that you could quite easily conceal both of those stories and put a good case forward. Like, they don't have to mention Captain America for it to be in continuity. Here's a good example. You're watching this video, I'm in the video. How meta is this going to be? Very. I'm in the video, you're watching it. I will never meet you. I will never cross you. Please say I will never cross the street from you, because that would just creep me out. It'd be weird. I don't know, maybe if you were like saying I'm a sick guy, then I can handle it. But you get the point. We are in the continuity of the real world, and our lives don't interconnect. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If they're gonna do an actual horror film, like why can't they do it like Splinter? Fucking great film, about 2009, not many people have seen that one, it's great. Or Slither. Why can't the symbiote just find Eddie Brock first? Why can't it? Why can't it do that? It's fiction. It can do what the fucking hell, whatever it wants. It's fiction. By it not being on Spider-Man first, look, a Secret War scenario would have been dope. Like, if we could have been building up from the MCU for a few more films, and then the black suit, and then it comes back and rah rah rah, like, that would have been sick. But you're talking another 10 years before that can happen. We're getting a Venom film now. There aren't the films, there is not the time, there is not the patience to go through all that. Get real, it isn't 616 main Marvel continuity. It isn't 616, it's completely different. It's a mixed match anyway between that and the Ultimate Universe. Most of them are, like Nick Fury, Miles Morales, the GOT guy that's in. It's just different. By having a different canon in a film isn't denying that the Holocaust happened. By having a different origin for Venom isn't saying that climate change isn't happening. It's fiction. You can do whatever the fucking hell you want with it. Picture this. Like I was saying, like Splinter or Slither, You get the symbiote appearing through whatever way possible. You don't even need to show how it appears. Like, do a Conjuring Annabelle sort of scenario. Do you know, it's just a presence. It's just there. We don't know how it got there, and then it attaches itself to Eddie Brock, and you get 2 Eddie Brock Venom films, and then after Homecoming 2, there's a big crossover, and if the Venom films are successful and the Spider-Man ones are successful, think how sick that would be. To have them both like in the future coming together, it would be dope. But how they do that with the 18 and the MCU, I don't know. But, you know, let's just try and be creative with this. Let's not just tunnel vision in on what Marvel Comics continuity is. It's fiction, guys. We need to get a grip. Okay, well, suppose the news that I haven't even spoken about yet is Tom Hardy. I'm always a little bit hit and miss with Tom Hardy. I think he plays the quiet, taciturn, brooding, sort of anti-hero type quite well, but I don't think he's ever really massively excelled. I don't think he's ever really come out of his comfort zone. I fucking loved him as Bane though. I loved him as Bane. Everyone should love him as Bane. But anyway, Tom Hardy, it shows purpose. It shows that they're taking it seriously, that they've got a big name, and you know they're going for it. They're having a go. They've got Hardy on board. People are going to go, I will be connected with that film now. It's positive. Right, that's Venom. So, moving on to Black and Silver. Let's not dwell anymore on that awful title. Now, from what we've heard is it's supposed to be a sort of spy versus spy sort of film. So you've got Silver Sable, bit of background on the character. She is a war criminal hunter. She has been featured quite, I wouldn't say prominently, but from time to time in Amazing Spider-Man. She's also teamed up with Captain America, as you would expect, to go and find Nazis. And she will be hunting and tracking down Black Cat. Now, I don't know at this point if it's to play into the Spider-Woman super team of women. I don't know. I don't know if that's just something that they've chucked out there because of the success of Wonder Woman recently. But yeah, she's tracking her down for whatever reason. So it's going to be a kind of like a Black Widow versus Black Widow kind of theme, like spy versus spy. Although I'm telling you, if I was to have 2 Black Widows, it would be more like pie versus pie. And I'd have a camera. Enough of the gutter that is my mind, please. Thank you. Right, anyway, the crew, it is starting to build up and look pretty fucking sick. Let's talk about Christopher Yost. Didn't know who he was a month ago. I'd enjoyed a shitload of stuff that he'd done before a month ago. Hadn't even realised. This guy has done some really fucking dope writing for Marvel Comics, for Marvel Animation, and also he's done script writes for the MCU. Let's have a look at the comics. He was the one that brought Daphne in as X-23, did some really good limited series with that. There's a lot of other X-Men stuff. He did this really strong 25-issue run of Scarlet Spider after was it Spider-Verse? Spider Island? One of the two. I think it was Spider Island. And he has been responsible for writing quite a bit of Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, which is, I'd probably say, the best Marvel animated series that's ever happened. It is so good. If you're watching this and going, I've never heard of Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, I am so jealous of you. You've never watched it, you've got it all to come. Oh, watch it. It is supreme. It's up there with Young Justice. Last Airbender, it is that good. What you don't actually realise at this point is one of my lights is completely given in, so if it looks a little dimmer, then I do apologise, and you'll just have to squint a little bit, like, you know, if you were not on YouTube, on one of those other sites. Anyway, okay, moving on. As I was saying though, Christopher Yost has a glowing CV of both comic story writing, of both animated Marvel animation, and he also did an early version of the Ragnarok script. Now I know it's only a trailer, but it does look like it's going to be the best of all three options. Well, I quite like the Thor films. I think they are much maligned, possibly misunderstood. I do actually take it to heart when people criticise them a little bit too much. Probably a little bit too much, yes. Somebody else that did an early version of this script was Lisa Joy. Lisa Joy, you say, didn't she write some of the episodes for Westworld? Correct, that is the exact same Lisa Joy I was talking about. She also wrote for Pushing Up Daisies, which was a programme with so much heart. It was cute, it was endearing, but it was sharp and it had an element of humour to it. I think a combination of these two guys. Oh, by the way, Christopher Yost has been confirmed as one of the writers for Cowboy Bebop as well, for the live action that's coming up. Gina Price Bitherwood, whichever one it is, she is the person that was responsible for writing the pilot for Cloak and Dagger. Again, we've only seen a trailer, but it looks so good. Like, I was expecting it to be trashy teen, disposable shit, but I love the look of that trailer. I loved it. I'm excited about it. Those characters are dope as well, so I just hope that they get that right. The trailer looked good. So all in all, we have got some positive things happening with the Snyderverse. And I think as well, when you look at, say, a Spider-Man comic series, or you look at a Spider-Man film, like they just sort of sequentially introduce villains one after the other, and they just disappear and then go. They appear and then disappear, and then they appear back later. And I think it's really exciting and something that we should be enthusiastic about. That we're seeing it from a villain or a sort of, an also ran character from their point of view. What are they doing with the rest of their time when they're not either with Spider-Man or battling Spider-Man? What are they up to? What are they doing? Kiri! Hiya! Venom! What you been up to? I just been chilling. No, he ain't just been chilling, he's Venom. But what has he been up to? And we'll get to see that. It's exciting. I can't keep this up. It's not exciting because it is. Let's be positive. It's not positive. Sony are doing a Sony. They're doing a Sony. They've talked about Black and Silver, and they're talking about bringing in Norman Osborn and Kraven the Hunter. Oh my God, and Scorpion. And how many others? Well, why are they doing this? Just like admittedly, the Venom film, the way that I've suggested they set it up, doesn't have to be Venom. It could be any film. It could be any film. It could be any horror, but it's got the clout of it being Venom. Just make a good film, and it doesn't matter if it's called Venom or not. Just make a good film and people will watch it. It's the same with Black and Silver. Sorry guys, got a really itchy nose. Just make a good film. It could be anything. It could be the next Bourne film, but with chicks. It could be like the Black Widow standalone film, but it's not. It doesn't matter what name you give these characters. Just make a good film and people will watch it. Even, okay, X-Men Origins, the Wolverine. The stuff, Hugh Jackman still acted the shit out of that. Is it Liv Schreider? He acted the shit out of that. Sabretooth and Wolverine were fucking good in that. Do you know what? Ryan Reynolds was funny. He was. Like, they fucked up the character, but again, just pretend it isn't Deadpool. They fucked Deadpool. I'm not forgiving that. They fucked Deadpool. But just forget about it, okay? It's fiction. It's like, it doesn't matter. Like, as a villain, it was a pretty sick villain. Ryan Reynolds was funny before he wasn't Deadpool. Alright, unforgivable, not making excuses for it. Those aspects worked. The thing that didn't work was the bits with everybody else. Like trying to force in Gambit, trying to force in the Blob, trying to force in whatever the fuck Charlie from Lost in will.i.am was supposed to be. Whatever they were supposed to be. But the bits with Hugh Jackman as a lumberjack, domesticated lumberjack at the beginning, I love those bits. I could watch that all day. The same I could watch him as bloody caveman at the beginning of Wolverine. I could watch that. Like, it was good. Hugh Jackman still acted the fuck out of those films. Okay? But what? Again, Spider-Man 3, Amazing Spider-Man 2. Trying to put too many people in these films. Do they not learn? So, we've spent 15, maybe 20 minutes talking positively about what's happening, and then 2 or 3 things that aren't so good. I suppose Venom is just Venom at the minute, so let's hope that we don't get a guest appearance from, I don't know, somebody, or 10 somebodies. Anyway, fucking knows. Anyway, guys, that's going to bring this one to a close there. Hopefully, my enthusiasm is contagious enough for you to hit subscribe, whichever side, because I'll be, and I don't know, it's here somewhere. Just click subscribe, somebody, just click it. Click on it, it'll be good. You'll get notifications. I'll do this kind of thing. Also, if you think I'm chatting shit or whatever else, just, you know, in the comments I'm doing all that. I'm standing in front of basically affects what is a white sheet in a living room. But, you know, when you see this on your computer, it will give you the stuff that I'm gesturing to. I'm not actually showing you the size of my penis. It's not that big, that'd be awkward. More than that big, really, would you? It'd be too long. And also the girth, just to make it proportional. It'd have to be thick, wouldn't it? You wouldn't want it like, it wouldn't be like a McDonald's. Anyway, not the point. Okay, I have a Twitter, which is going to appear here. Twitter, have a look for me on Twitter. Got about 10,000 followers, that's going a lot stronger. I have 10,000 followers on this. I don't have 10 on YouTube. Also, personal Instagram. Have a little look at that as well if you want. See what I look like when I'm, you know, just mincing about being me and not making videos. It might be interesting, so give me a follow on that if you like. It'll be, again, around here somewhere. And that is the end of that. Peace.